Like, any way you want to use me, use me. I just want to serve you, God. And, I listen to a lot of Billy Graham, and Billy Graham says whenever he talks about the call of God, he said, we're actually all called to ministry. And he says ministry is maybe not what you're thinking, because maybe you haven't felt called by God because you're like, well, I don't really know if I want to work in a church. But Billy Graham says, no, ministry literally means just to serve. It means to serve the Lord. And so no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter what position you find yourself in, if you serve the Lord in that position, like Colossians 3:23 says, do it as if you're working for the Lord, not for man, then you're doing ministry. You're responding now to the call of God in your life. And so when I was 17 and I went forward and I fell on my face, I felt like, okay, now I'm really responding to the call of God. Shortly after that, this mentor of mine, she came up to me, and I was still living in Louisiana at the time. She said, Sadie, I just feel like I'm supposed to give you this word. I just feel so strongly. She said, the word is Hineni. Has anybody heard that word, Hineni? It's kind of a different word, but it means, in the Hebrew language, it literally means, here I am, God, no limits, no distractions, send me. And she said, I feel like you really need to step into that. Like, you are really following him, you are saying yes, but there's like another level of like, there's no limits to what you can do. Like, I'm gonna put you outside of your box, and I'm actually gonna step forward to what you're calling me to do. And I was like, okay, yeah, like I received that, that's awesome. I found out that that's actually in the Bible so many times. Abraham responded with Hineni, here I am. Samuel responded like that. Moses responded like that, here I am. It's that same word, you see it so many times. And so I felt encouraged by it. But honestly, once again, just like being baptized, I didn't really do anything else. My life didn't look different the next day. But then in the meantime of that happening, I felt like I was supposed to move to Nashville. And this was like my first let it go moment. It's like, I just feel like I'm supposed to do that. Something in my heart's telling me I could go there and I could really be used by God there. And I know I could be used anywhere, just like we all can, but I felt like I was supposed to be there. And so I told my parents, we had this long conversation about it, and I ended up moving to Nashville. And when I got there, to be honest, that was kind of me saying, here I am. But I still was limiting God. I still had so many distractions going on. I wasn't fully in it, but I took the first step. And y'all won't believe what happened. This is so crazy. So I decided to go to a church, first church I heard of. Somebody was like, you should go to the Belonging. I was like, okay. Yeah, right? Some of y'all know where this is going, but I didn't. I get to the Belonging, and this woman walks up on stage. Her name's Alex Seeley, the same woman who was the first preacher I ever saw preach years ago. And I'm like, that is so crazy. It's Alex Seeley, and she's the one I responded to. So she gets up there, and I'll never forget, she leans over, and I'm just like so excited to see that it's her. She didn't know me. She didn't even know I was there. I sat in the way back. I didn't want anybody to see me. And she leans over her podium just like this, just on a regular church day, and she said, I feel so different tonight, in her Australian accent. She goes, I'm not gonna preach the word that I came to preach tonight. She said, I feel like I'm supposed to change the word because somebody in here needs to hear something very specific. And I'm so interested. I'm like, oh, who's this gonna be for? I'm like looking around, like trying to see who's gonna respond. Like who's gonna be like, oh my gosh. And she's sitting there and she's like, yeah, no. And she goes, and before I start this, she said, if God repeats himself, you need to be listening.